Yo, what's going on, guys? And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the new season in Fortnite, Chapter 2, Season 3. And I'm just gonna be going over like the battle pass, and then I'm gonna be showing you guys my first win. Now, like, the season, it came out yesterday. I'm just late on the video. I already got my win yesterday when the season like came out. So yeah, I'm not really gonna go into depth about the actual battle pass. I'm gonna kind of skim over it, cause I don't want to waste you guys' time. All right, so there's two skins on the front page, and then now I guess you can customize like your own, like like umbrella after you win. But you can only get it if you get the battle pass, which I don't have the battle pass. But they still give you an umbrella, like even if you don't have the battle pass, they still give you like some random umbrella. They have a back bling and then a bunch of other stuff. And then over here they have like another skin. It's like a Scuba Jonesy. Yeah, it looks like the homeless Jonesy, except with a scuba suit on. And then over the battle pass, they'll be giving you like upgrades for like the customizable umbrella. So that's pretty cool. You get a free back bling for like the Scuba Jonesy. And then there's just a bunch of like random skins, like these types of ones, where I just don't really like them. They're kind of useless. And like they don't really look that cool. There's a lot of better free rewards than last season, I think. I don't know if I'm gonna buy the battle pass or not. I'm just gonna see later in the season how far I get to tier 100, and then I might buy it. So this is like they have two like tier 100 skins. This one's like the normal tier 100. It's basically like a female variant of the Black Knight, and it has like different variation to color. And then this guy, the second tier 100, it's just an upgrade of this first guy. Because if we go over here, he still has more upgrades. Like he starts to get those the little mask. And then so I guess there's this one. I don't know how you get this one. I think you just upgrade it in tiers, or there's challenges to get this one. So yeah, this is the battle pass. I think it's pretty cool. They got a lot of different stuff in here. Cause the past couple seasons they've had like stuff that like didn't even really matter, like some more sprays and stuff. But they actually got some good rewards and good free rewards too. Alright, so my initial thoughts on the new season is I think it's really good, and it has a lot of potential to be, one of the greatest seasons that we've seen so far. It's got a lot of stuff, and it's even adding more stuff like the cars that we saw in the trailer. We got a couple hints at some other different things, and I love how like there's different like little islands on like the new location. And I think this is going to be really cool because they even said that like the waters throughout the season is gonna decrease. Like the water level is gonna decrease. So eventually there will be no more flooded map, and it'll be cool to see all the other locations come back, and to see it with like these locations too. So the battle pass, I already gave my thoughts. I think it's really good. I don't know if I'm gonna buy it. I'll see when I get to maybe like a higher tier and levels. But this gameplay in the background is basically the game that I won. It's a duos match. I'm playing with Kai's. So I thought Aquaman was gonna be in the battle pass, but it's just like Deadpool, where it's like it's a special like skin that you can get from like challenges or something. So I think that they're doing a really good job adding they added Deadpool, obviously they added Aquaman. I think that's really good. It's really cool. Honestly, the only other good skins that came out with this season is obviously Aquaman. Then like the 2 tier 100 ones, the female variant of the dark of the Black Knight, and then I don't know the name of the other one, but those are probably the three only like really good skins that came out with the battle pass, and obviously those are the 2 tier 100s or higher tiers, obviously. But with the potential, I'm gonna keep on with that. Like, I think because they're gonna add cars too, I think that's gonna be really cool. I wish they could have added it earlier though, because there's so much water. But I think they're gonna like decrease the water by a little bit before they add the cars. But there's a bunch of like around the map. Not all of it is completely flooded. Like there's a couple mountains and hills and a couple locations that aren't flooded that you can just drive around in. I don't know what they're gonna do with the choppers, because there's gonna be boats, choppers, and cars. So I'm kind of hoping that maybe the choppers get taken out, because there's gonna be too much vehicles, and sometimes, most of the time, the choppers can be annoying if you're on the opposing side of the chopper. It's kind of like the planes, except a little bit less overpowered. So that's always good. But the sharks, I think the sharks are really cool. Sometimes they can be annoying, like especially in final circles when they're in the water. This game's not in the final circle, but I have been in other situations this season with the final circle. And like in the ocean, the sharks, and it's kind of annoying to kind of break down your builds, and yeah. One thing that's cool but kind of annoying if you're like a sweat or something, would be like annoying, is like how they jump on land and stuff, because it's surprising, and like you have to stop everything and just run away. So that's kind of annoying, but overall I think it's really cool. And like you get to ride the sharks with like your fishing pole, and you get to have skis, so that's pretty cool. I like how like you can't control it, because that kind of be overpowered. You can just swim around in the water whichever way you want to go. It's kind of like you can't control the shark, and I don't know, because I haven't rode a shark yet, but I think there's a certain limit to where they don't like break free or something. But one thing I don't like about the new season, it happened last season, and I think it just happened with all chapter 2. Every single season you have to like locate the areas, which I think is kind of dumb, because like there's some locations in each like season that weren't new, like it wasn't new, so like you get to rediscover it. I think they just give you like the map and stuff, so that thing's been there for a while. So I mean, it's not. I don't think they're gonna bring back just like. I think that you're gonna have to discover it for like the rest of Fortnite. So that kind of sucks. But overall, I think this season's got a lot of potential, and it's already pretty good. Obviously my favorite seasons that I played in, was like season 3, season 4. I played a little bit of season 2. I played in season 2. I've been playing since like the Tilted Towers update, but that's when I just got the game, and I think I only played like one game before that update, and I barely played in season 2. Season 3 is where I really started to get into it. Well, by the end of season 2, I was kind of into it. So, I think this one has great potential, and it's already shaping out to be one of the best seasons. And they got some cool like little new items that can really go a long ways. It's just one thing that I don't really like is how like they still have like the locations underwater that you can have like chests and stuff still there, but like you can't actually like get to them. It's kind of I think it doesn't really matter, because we're not gonna be able to see most of them, but I don't know. Because this game is this is replay mode, so I went back and I saw all the chests, and there's still a lot of them there, like below, like way underwater. We can barely see it. There's like the shark. It still has like all those like chests and stuff there, or like somewhere around there. I don't know if that was a shark or not. Yeah, I think that I like how you can build in the water. I mean, obviously that's been around for a while now. But with this season, it works out perfectly. Because if you couldn't, then I don't know what would happen. it'd be a real terrible season. But I like how they changed the names of places and actually like changed like some of the spots and the locations and stuff. Another thing that I really want to like talk about is like the updates and like weapons and stuff. So like all burst assault rifles, like just the regular burst, the legendary and gold burst, all of those, they don't fire 3 at a time now. They only fire 2 at a time. So that's kind of a big difference when you're trying to shoot long range and stuff. Because obviously the burst already has like it's not really good at aiming very well. Like you can't. It has first shot accuracy, which is good if you want to surprise the enemy or whatever. So that's a good part. But like I think they just nerfed like the burst too much. This is another thing. It's not a weapon, but they brought back the chug jugs. But in like a mythic version to where like you have unlimited chug jugs, which is kinda overpowered. But I think they should like, since it's like infinite and you can have it for the whole game. And if you just find like a good hiding spot while you're in a battle, you can literally just win the game. Because you can keep on going to 100 each time. But I think there should be like, maybe they should reduce the time, or I mean they should it should take more time to put on the chug jug. And like the mythic grappler, it's still there, but it has a little bit of changes. Instead of like if you accidentally grappled onto something and you fell to your death, it doesn't work anymore. After you use the grappler, your hang glider comes out after, similar to the Batman event. So yeah, that's pretty nice, because I died multiple times last season because I accidentally pulled out my grappler instead of my actual gun, and then I grappled onto something by accident and I fell to my death and died. So that's pretty cool. They brought back some of the other mythic guns and just called it like different names and stuff. Because obviously they brought back the drum gun, but it's like not Midas's because he got killed by a shark or something. So it's like somebody else's, and like most of them can be found in like the Fortilla area. I think almost all of them. I'm not sure. So yeah, those are like all like the new items and like the mythic items that are like new to the game. I think they're pretty cool. I like the grappler and the chug jug. I'm happy that the chug jug came back and stuff. So that's pretty cool. Just glad to see the chug jug come back, but again, it's kind of overpowered. You can use it like infinite amount of times. And the grappler, I'm so happy that like it deploys your glider after, because that's way overdue. Like we needed that a long time ago, especially with the maps and stuff, how they added like new mountains and stuff, or there's like a big drop. Also, they brought back the hunting rifle, and it doesn't just do 90 damage for headshot and body shot. It does like different types of damage. I like it better like that. Because let's say I hit like a really far snipe, but it wasn't a headshot with it back when it was still in the game. Before it came back, then it would just be 90, and I would never get the kill unless they were at 75. So that kind of sucks. Or they were like 89 or below. But they brought back that gun, and they brought back a purple version of the hunting rifle, which is really good. I have it in this game. Also, they have the charged shotgun. I'm not really too sure how I feel about it. It's kind of broken, and not broken like the overpowered way, but like kind of broken like the damage, because like couple times yesterday while I was playing it, when I charged it up, it did less damage than I actually did like not charging it up, which shouldn't. And I didn't differentiate, like it was still the same distance, and I didn't get a headshot or anything. So that's kind of broken. And if I charged it longer than the other guy and I hit a headshot, it'd go for 112, while I had full shield, full health, and it did more. So that's kind of they need to fix that, but obviously they have more potential. That's basically the whole big thing about this. They added a lot of new stuff, and it still has a bunch of potential. They just didn't really act on it at first, so I think they should definitely do that. I kind of want to speak on the cars a little bit. I think that's a great thing. But they just need to like wait a while until like the water's like basically almost all the way down. And also they need to have requirements too, like take out the choppers. I'm fine with the boats because there's still gonna be water in the game, even if sorry if I hear the noise because my dog's in my room. Um, even if the cars are still in the game, boats, or even when the water goes down in the map, the boats are still going to be useful because there's still going to be water there. It's just like, it's going to sink down and everything. So yeah, I think the cars will be a great transportation. We haven't had like a real actual real car. In season 2 of chapter 2, it was like I think, I don't know, but people said like those little, like, you see those like armored cars or whatever, like you see them everywhere. They were supposed to be able to you're supposed to be able to drive them, but then they replaced it with choppers. So yeah, I think it's gonna be real good to have them in the game, because the closest thing we've ever gotten to an actual car was the golf carts, but they were just slow, and like the only way you could go fast is if you were like drifting, and you have to go like the opposite direction of the way that you really wanted to go. So I think cars will be a new experience and a good one too. I have real high hopes for the cars. Obviously in the beginning they're not going to be as good because they still gotta fix some glitches or updates to them or something. So yeah, that'll be good. I'm excited for cars to be in the game, especially when like the water decreases and like, the roads are starting to be there and there's more like land that you can drive on and stuff. And you can even drive the trucks too. I don't know about the ones with like the stuff in the back, like that little back thing, but like the front of the truck you can drive. I'm pretty sure, as we saw in the trailer. So that in the trailer we also saw like a boat, a helicopter, and cars all in like the same trailer. So I don't know. I hope they don't. And I hope they don't, like, I hope they can just get rid of one vehicle for the cars so it can be, like, equal. Preferably get the chopper out of the way so you can have, like, a water, because this map is basically almost, like, it's, like, there's a lot of more water, and even if it decreases, there's still going to be a lot more water than there was, so boats are really, really useful. But helicopters, or the choppers, they're going to be the same always. And they're kind of overpowered when you want to rush someone by surprise. So yeah, I'm really excited for this new change of vehicles. I think it's going to be really exciting. Just like really brief, I want to talk about the the tsunami that came at the end of like chapter 2 season 2. I think it was only in the game for like 2 or 3 days. So I mean, I guess maybe we'll never see it again. So it'll become like really rare, like because it was only there for like 3 days. I liked it. I mean, I don't know. I'm a 50-50 on it because like it was kind of annoying. It was kind of annoying because like you couldn't build or do anything in the storm. You couldn't even heal. But like it just made you want to rush to the circle faster. So that's awesome. And also you could like move around while you were downed. I don't know if it was just a glitch for me, but when I was downed I went in the water and I could swim perfectly fine. So you can like move to the circle faster than you would if you were down in a regular storm. But the storm was just holding back the tsunamis, and then something happened to where we didn't get any explanation whatever happened to the storm and why, because I guess the storm like disappeared for some reason, I don't know, and then the tsunami came down, and that's why the map is flooded, I believe. I'm pretty sure that's the reason. So yeah, I thought the tsunamis they were pretty cool. I mean, just for the time being that they were in there, but I say if they were in there any longer, they'd kind of be annoying. So And I kind of liked it a little bit. I'm kind of glad that the storms are back, because I'm back to, what I'm used to, and the tsunamis were just a big change, and I don't know. I didn't really have a good experience, but I know you can do a lot of stuff in there, so it's cool. So to wrap up this video, my final thoughts on this season are, I think it's gonna be one of the greatest seasons. It has that type of potential. I haven't felt this way about a season since like season 3 or 4. And those are like my 2 favorite seasons. So yeah, I really like this season. I think it's going to turn out really well, and I have high hopes for everything that they're going to add to this season, and I think it's going to be great. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you agree with my thoughts, you guys can leave a like or subscribe. You don't have to if you don't want to. So I guess I'll see you guys in the next video.